Conflicted Chaos with Rylee
and Emma. Welcome back to Conflicted Chaos, Season 4, bonus episode.
Bonus.
You guys may know what bonus episode means since we did a bonus episode last season. But if you didn't watch that episode, we are not the only ones in the studio again. We have a guest.
We do.
It's me.
This is Allie.
Everyone meet Allie.
So Rylee has been begging me to come on this podcast since it started, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm joking. I've been begging Rylee to come on this podcast since it started 2 years ago, and she finally let me.
Since we first made the announcement, Allie's like, I want to be on this.
And
how am I
she's
getting
here.
on?
Season
I just
4.
feel like I have a lot to say. I feel like I'm just a fun little addition to the end of your season, and I'm so excited to be here.
I think the funny part about this is that I have known Allie for about 2 minutes. Literally, she walked in here, sat, and we pressed record.
And I feel like we're already such good friends.
Yeah, I feel like I've known you for more
I know.
than 2 minutes.
I know. You
Wow.
never know, right? It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well,
I've known Allie, though, for a little bit longer.
This is what I was about to ask.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet? How long have you known? Yeah.
When was our first
Our
interaction?
first interaction...
Was it Dallas Smith?
No. Our first interaction was at the Moose on Granville.
Oh, yeah.
With Jazz
Yes.
and Candace.
And that's when you came back to my apartment because you had to pee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
course.
that would have been...
It was COVID.
That was 2021, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I moved back to Mission in 2022, and that was the Dallas Smith concert.
That was the Dallas Smith concert.
So, yeah, give or take 2021, 2022.
We've only been friends for 4 years.
and it's
but-
just been fantastic
us.
the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, it's been it's been great.
It's the best friendship ever.
But I met Allie through my best friend Jazz, and that is
See,
her
My
aunt.
aunt.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like all of your friends somehow are somewhat connected.
They are.
Yeah, and now the girl who does Riley's nails, Haley, I've known since she was born. She's my little sister's best friend.
Yes.
And now they're friends, and they go out and...
And I've met Haley, and she's super
Yeah.
nice.
yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
everybody is just... As soon as you become, friends in this family...
You're-
Everybody
you're
is
stuck
friends
in
with
the
you.
family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know too much. There's too many secrets. We've all seen each other at our just prime. So yeah, there's no going back.
Oh, I
after
wish
that.
I could have seen Riley at her prime.
She's still
I'm
in
in
it.
my
What do you
prime.
mean?
She's in her prime.
She's still in it. I feel
Whoa,
like every
we're in our
story
prime.
just gets better and better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're in our prime.
So
But that was the first time.
yeah,
And then we met at Dallas Smith.
and yeah. So my first the first proper introduction with Rye was the Moose, I guess.
But it wasn't really, I was quiet. You were
Yeah,
it
we
wasn't
weren't our true selves, I feel like. But the first time that we met properly, again, was Dallas Smith. And Rylee showed up. She came in hot. First of all, she was late because I think Jasmine made you... Or no, you made Jasmine drive you somewhere to a pre-party.
I had to go to a birthday party first.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
boy.
we're in line to get into the doors for Dallas Smith, and Rylee comes in full guns a-blazing. We had got her something to eat because she hadn't eaten anything. So she has to down this sandwich and give or take 2 minutes.
It was a BLT. And people were cheering me on.
I know. So that was
Random.
my first introduction to Rylee. I'm like, who is this character? And did I ever think that we'd be here? Probably not, because I'm not going to lie, she annoyed me. She really annoyed me. No, you knew this, though, because that same night, she ended up staying at my place, and she came in at 2 a.m. and wanted to order a pizza. And I was like, okay, first of all, I'm sleeping. I'm hearing knocks on the door.
Jasmine
She
dropped
dropped
me
you
off.
off. She dropped you off.
And she says, go in.
No, I know. I had no warning. I didn't know this was happening. So it's the middle of this, my sleep. And this person is knocking on the door, and she's like, let's order pizza. I'm like, I don't know who you think you are, but we're going to bed.
Anyways, I ordered the pizza, and Jazz stole the pizza from me.
Oh, yeah. You didn't
never
even get
ate it?
any.
I didn't even get the pizza.
No.
I didn't know the address, so I called Jazz, and Jazz told the guy to come to where she was, because Jazz continued her evening.
Yeah.
And Jazz was like, oh, no, come to this address instead.
And I'm stuck with Rylee, who I've maybe met for like 30 seconds previously. And then we did have the concert together, but like there was a couple people there. So it was just Ryan and I. That was the start of our very wholesome friendship.
Rylee definitely knows how to make a first impression.
She sure does.
But then Allie came to Toronto.
Yes.
And Allie texts me, and she's like, hey, weirdo. I still remember the text.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
I don't think...
come to Toronto with Jazz?
I feel like that was definitely a text drafted by Jazz, because I don't know if I would have said, hey, weirdo.
But you did.
I did, I guess.
This was before Taylor Swift.
Yeah, this was like...
Okay.
This was...
Allie and I have had many adventures.
Yeah, we
after
have.
Toronto.
Rylee is always the friend who I know if I want to do something, she's in.
Oh, yeah,
like,
she's always
I know,
down.
I'm like, hey, do you want to fly halfway across the world for this? She's like, yeah, when do you want to book it?
Yeah.
Like, I know I've got a friend.
We were at the PWHL game on Saturday, and Rylee was like, when does Toronto play Montreal? Because we have to go. And so we pulled out the schedule, and the night that Montreal is in Toronto is the night before we fly out to Vancouver for our Vancouver premiere.
Okay.
And then she was like, okay, wait, what about when Toronto's in Montreal? And it just so happened that they're in Montreal the weekend of my birthday in March. And Riley's already looking at flights. She's already pulled up WestJet, and she's like, oh, $130 at 9 a.m. on the Friday of March. And I'm like, can you, like, this is in between Vancouver and Collingwood. Like, the weekend in between.
There's no chill. Like, the second you mention something, Riley's like, I'm looking at flights.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's a flight this day. We can book it right now.
Yeah. It was just like, oh my gosh, they're in Montreal this weekend. Pulls up WestJet. Like, is already looking at flights. She's probably already looking at hotels. I was like, Riley, I don't think this is feasible. We got trips, like, the weekend before and the weekend after.
You can always make it work.
Yeah.
You can always make it work.
She can always make it work. Yeah.
And so, yeah, so then I came to Toronto, and
we hit it off.
Yeah, we did. I feel like we got along better than, you know, you and Jazz. I feel like it was like you and I versus Jazz sometimes.
I think it was.
But it was perfect. It was, yeah, that was a trip. We took Rylee to the strippers for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
That was a lot for me.
That was a lot for you.
I got in trouble.
Rylee got in trouble because she had her phone out.
You're not allowed?
Well, I didn't know.
No.
No,
Have
told
you
me.
ever... Oh,
Nope.
guess where we're going tonight, Emma?
No. I'm okay, actually. I think I'll pass.
Yeah, you can't have your phone out. Rylee did learn that lesson, but we did that. We also stood on all opposite blocks of the street and tried to find our way home because we were all pointing in opposite directions.
This is at, Portland and King?
We were
Yes.
right
So
outside.
it's like maybe so and Aho.
Yeah.
Oh, yes? There?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness.
Well, I mean, that's just what happens after you've had a night out and nobody knows how to get home. But
Well, call him. There was one time when Rylee and I went out, and she was trying to order an Uber, and I was like, Rylee, do you need help or something? I forget what this like how it got into this, but I was like, okay, you need to call an Uber, Rylee, so you can go home. And Rylee hands me her phone, and she's like, well, call him.
oh no.
And I get Rylee into her Uber. Like, I open the door, she gets in, I close the door, and as I'm closing the door, Rylee goes, love you, but I'm already mid shutting the door, so we're already closed. So then I open the door again, I go, love you, close the door, and off she goes.
Oh my Lord. And Rylee doesn't really use that word, so
No.
that was heartfelt. You had to stay for that moment.
Actually, you said love you the night before you ordered the 4 pizzas. Yes.
See, that's how you know that
Yeah.
she probably should have never ordered those pizzas. You
Yeah.
heard the love you.
Well,
You're like,
and I
oh,
got
no.
stuck in the elevator.
Yes, you
Oh,
did.
well, it was life or death at that point.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't know if you were getting out of this scenario.
Yeah.
And that's fair.
The elevator wouldn't open on my floor. And
Oh,
then
no.
the next day, Emma and I were in the elevator, and we were talking to this girl, and she was also stuck in the same elevator at a different time the night
Did
before.
they figure out what the problem was?
I don't know, but I'm not getting back into
There's
that elevator.
No,
always,
apparently
there's always
not.
issues with your elevators. Do you remember the one time I came over and I left and I was waiting for the elevator to go home, and I was literally waiting in the hallway for half an hour, and by the time an elevator finally came, like, you and your mom were ready to leave. Like, I was leaving 30 minutes before you and your mom were leaving for brunch or whatever, and then by the time an elevator finally came, you guys were leaving too.
They're
Yeah.
so slow.
Yeah.
They're so... I mean, the last, day, I've had luck. It's come pretty quick. but I did actually...
You also did arrive at 1 o'clock
I did
in the
arrive
morning.
at... It was 12:30.
Oh.
It wasn't quite 1.
No, my alarm was 12:20.
Yeah, and then I got there like 10 minutes after that. Did I not? I don't know.
I was like 20.
I don't count the time. After it's midnight, it's just all the same.
And then I had to go to internship where...
Yeah.
This was this time.
This was
this time.
yeah. So, yeah, I guess the first time Rylee and I actually became good friends was
in Toronto.
Toronto.
And Allie, she did something to me that trip.
What did I do?
She told me everything was going to be okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I wanted to talk about this. This is what I said yesterday. I have to share my favorite Rylee moment, and I've actually had so many. But we were in the distillery district, and for anyone who knows Rylee, you obviously know this woman, first of all, has anxiety about public bathrooms.
Yes.
But also has the worst stomach problems out of
Yes.
anyone I know.
Yes.
Which is fun when you take her to Taco Bell in the States, but that's another story. And so we were in, what were we in? Like, there's a brewery in the
Mill
distillery.
Street. We're in no, not Mill Street. Yeah, is it Mill Street Brewing?
Mill Street
Yeah,
Brewery. Yeah.
And poor Rye is just not having a good time with her stomach, but that's nothing new.
Did you have a hot dog before this?
No.
I think
it was just a long weekend.
It was like the very end of the trip.
It was the last day.
And we went to this brewery, and Rye's stomach is acting up, and she's like, I need to use the bathroom. And I'm like, Rylee, I know public bathrooms are scary. I'm like, but it's going to be fine. I already sussed out the bathroom situation before, and it was like the individual stalls. So I'm like, you're fine. You have nothing to worry about. There's nobody next to you. It's all going to be okay. So Rylee's like, okay. Like, she's feeling safe, bold enough. She's like, okay, I'm going to go to the bathroom. We're encouraging her. She's gone. And like 5 minutes later, we get a text, and she's like, Allie, this is not okay. There's no flush. There is no way to flush the toilet. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine because you can just take the back off of the lid and you can lift the thing up. She's like, it's an electric toilet. Like, there's no way to even do that. So Rylee's just not coming out of the bathroom at this point. I think she's like, this is where I die. I'm never leaving this situation. Jazz and I are sitting at the table and we're dying because I promised Rylee she was going to be okay. And she was not okay. Nothing about this situation was okay.
Oh,
there
no.
was toilet paper, I think, right?
Yeah, there was toilet paper.
But
That's
just,
what I thought you were going to say. Was there was no toilet paper?
there was just no way to flush the toilet, and poor Rye, yeah. So that's my favorite story because I hyped her up. I'm like, it's fine, you got this. She's facing her fears. She's using a public bathroom.
So did you have to go, like, tell
No. I think we left. I think we got the bills and we just pieced
Well,
out of
yeah,
there.
because I was sitting at the table all stressed out the whole time. And I was like, they're going to know it was me. They're going to know it was me. And you guys
No.
are like...
How would they know? How would they know? They would never know. She's just like giving herself this mad anxiety fit over the bathroom. And we're like, let's just get out of here. They'll never know.
So funny.
Their fault for having electric toilets. Like,
I've never even heard of an electric toilet.
it's like, it's an electric flush. So
it goes on its own.
no, it's like there's still a button. There's still like a handle, but it's all automated. So like traditional toilet, you can just pull the thing off the back and pull
Yeah,
the thing up.
But
and
there's
it-
no thing.
There's nothing. There's no thing for it. So
Interesting.
yeah, sorry.
So that's where we were.
Sorry. So that was like, that's
Like,
when
the flesh was broken.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
good
I
times.
had it in my hand, the flush.
I know.
I sent a video. I'm like,
Oh
Allie,
my
you said it was going to be okay.
You said it was going to be fine. And that phrase has actually been trademarked through the rest of our friendship. Because now when I tell Rylee it's going to be okay, she doesn't believe me for a second. It's not going to be okay.
It's not going to be okay.
No.
No.
I fooled her once, and since then it's just...
Don't fool me twice.
Yeah, no, she's never tried.
Surprisingly, you have used public washrooms after that, though. I've been with you when you've used a public washroom.
When I turn on my music because I don't want to pee in the
Yes,
sleep.
yes.
I have to... Emma and I will go in the bathroom here, and it's so uncomfortable, and I'll have to play music.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't want to hear her peeing.
And you said the
don't wanna
first time
hear
you
me
guys
peeing.
met, she came to your apartment to pee. Did she
Yeah.
have to play Barrel Racing Land? What is that song that you
Barrel
Oh,
Racer
no.
Land.
Barrel Racer
Oh, my
Land?
God. I hate that song.
She always plays that song when she goes to the
That's your
bathroom.
pee song?
Yes.
That's what you want to listen to?
Yeah.
You know
That's
what?
your
I
pee
just
song.
go on TikTok on my phone really loud. Like, I feel like that's a little bit less awkward than all of a sudden just playing music in the bathroom. Like I feel
butter.
no.
$100 off profit, of course.
Brutal. Well,
Brutal.
Good song.
great song.
Yeah.
Well, did you have anything you wanted to talk about, or are we just yapping?
We're just yapping.
Well,
That's pretty
Ali,
much
you
what we
had
do.
a wide list of things you
I
wanted
had
to
like
talk
two
about.
things
What
that.
was your other thing?
Well, Emma, you're into pop culture. Do
Yeah.
you watch?
Oh,
Yeah, this is what I want to
Right,
discuss.
yes.
This is what I feel very passionately about, and I have for the last week. Paige and Craig. Do you pay attention to Paige and Craig?
Never heard those names in my life.
but you went to Giggly Squad.
Paige
so.
DeSorbo?
Oh, is Paige from
Yeah.
Giggly Squad?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so yeah, I know Giggly Squad, but I don't know a lot about
Okay,
them.
so do you know what's going on with them right now?
I don't. Please enlighten me.
Okay, so they've been together for 3 years. Craig lives in Charleston. Paige lives in New York. How is that going to work? Anyways, they broke up. Heartbreaking.
After 3 years.
After 3 years of what seemed to be like a really great relationship, but
And I loved Craig during it. And I've watched Craig grow through Southern
Yeah.
Charm. I've watched all Southern Charm seasons.
But you know what? He's really disappointed me lately.
Yeah.
Because how, for one, do you spend 3 years in a relationship with somebody and then you break up? All these rumors are flying around. People are saying, also, why do they always target the women? That's what I'm pissed off about. Is every single time a breakup happens, it's like, oh no, the poor guy, he's so sad. What about her? You know, like she's probably sad too. But anyways, rumors are flying. People are like, Paige cheated on him. She was unfaithful. His friends and his Southern Charm co-star, they're not like helping put the rumor to rest either. And neither is Craig. And you would think that, you know, being in a relationship with a woman who you loved and wanted to marry and have kids with for 3 years, that you would still want to come to her defense. And he's not.
No.
And he said he won't.
I
said
saw what he
won't.
did on Watch What Happens Live.
I know, the one that just came out like a day ago?
Yes, I watched
Yeah.
that on the streetcar
He's
this
like,
morning.
well, I got broken up with. Boo-hoo. What did
Yeah.
you do, Craig? Like, obviously there was reasons behind it. She's not just going to break up with you for fun. Like, she took that
It was
decision
3
to heart.
years. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 years is a long time.
And he can't even come to her defense. Like, are you joking me?
Ugh,
It
Craig.
pisses me off.
I know. I'm really upset about the whole thing.
And I'm so sick and tired of people online, like, automatically just taking his side. It's like, first of all, you weren't a part of that relationship, and you have no facts. Like, you need to go touch grass. That's what I have to say.
I'm going to have to do more research on
You
this.
are going to have to do some
You're gonna
research
have
on this
to.
because
I got
yeah,
homework to do.
You do. Well, and so they broke up. They just released it on Giggly Squad. Paige was like, finally, she spoke out about it and was like, we broke up before Thanksgiving.
Oh, wow. So it's been a while.
And he wanted to lie because he was on a press tour for, I think it was Southern Charm, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Southern Charm.
Yeah. He wanted to say that they were still in a relationship so he didn't have to deal with the breakup as he was on like this media tour. And out of respect for him, she was like, yeah, okay, like I won't say anything. And then he was away acting single. So Paige is like, finally, like, okay, it's been a month.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something.
She waited till almost New Year's Eve.
It was
like-
New
I think it
Year's
was-
Eve.
Yeah. it was-
So like Thanksgiving in the States is what, like the second weekend of November or
It's
something?
like mid-November,
Yeah.
end November.
Yeah, okay.
so it was over a month.
Yeah. And then there's headlines. Paige DeSorbo goes on a podcast and it's her podcast. It's
Yeah.
her podcast. It's her fans. It's the people she is close with. She didn't just go on a podcast. She talked about it on her podcast. And then, I don't know, like social media just loves to hate the women. And it's like, give it a rest.
Yeah, and the one person I was shocked about that stuck up for her was Kyle Cook.
Yeah.
Of all people.
I know.
Kyle Cook, I'm like,
I know. But,
So that
but the
was-
man claimed
that
to
was
love
really
her.
good. I really liked that.
Yeah, the man
Who's
who
Kyle
claimed to
Cook?
love her for 3 years.
Kyle was on
couldn't.
Summer House. Well, he is on Summer House
Yeah.
with Paige, but they have a butting head relationship. And like they get like Paige is really good friends with his wife Amanda. But like Paige and Kyle give it to each other. They like don't hold anything back.
Yeah.
But usually Kyle is not on Paige's side. But him sticking up for Paige and being like, Craig should have said something,
Yeah.
I thought that was like really big of Kyle.
Yeah, I know. And like at the end of the day, he knows where his loyalties obviously lie. Not that there should be loyalties, but like he's known Paige forever and he's going to stick up for her. And then there's Craig who is supposed to be the person who loved her and wanted a life with her. And he's like, well, why would I stick up for her? I got broken up with. Grow up. That's what I have to say. Grow up, Greg.
Yeah.
I hope he sees this. I don't know if he ever will, but I hope he does.
Imagine this is the Conflicted Chaos episode that
just
Well, Allie said she was
launches
coming on a
us
podcast
skyrocket.
like she was going on Gig
Yeah,
Squad.
absolutely. I think that if I'm going to come and talk, I'm going to pretend that you guys are famous. Like, that's the
Well,
only
we
way to do it.
basically
we are
are.
famous.
It's manifesting. Like,
Yes,
I'm
it is.
treating this.
We had one TikTok get like 83,000 views.
Yeah. That one, the media production one, is still getting so many likes. It's at like over 40,000 views now. Every
Amazing.
time I go on our TikTok, there's like 100 plus likes, which is weird because we posted that like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
No way.
And you think that trend is like long gone.
Which
But
one
it's
was
still
it?
here.
It's like the one where we're media production students. We always are filming on campus or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
We're,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're media production students. We
We're losers.
lose our minds.
Oh.
We lose our minds when we have to write any kind of academic essay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We filmed it in here.
we
Oh,
did.
did you?
Yeah.
Oh, and then we went to the hot dog man. And I was in my hot dog
The one that
costume.
you
Yes.
just showed?
Yeah, and I was like, we're media production students. No one's gonna question if you're walking around in a hot dog costume.
Of course you pointed it out to me.
Yeah, but you've never had a hot dog from there.
I know, but that's
One day.
gonna happen.
So,
That's on our graduation bucket list.
We've made a graduation bucket list.
okay,
We
tell me
have.
more. What
Emma,
else?
pull out the bucket
I'm
list.
pulling out
I
the
wanna
bucket
see it.
list. Okay, so
Number
Rylee-
one, take Emma to the strippers.
That?
No.
I don't even know where that strip club was.
I have no idea. No clue.
And then we found out about it from the Atois place. The champagne.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Right.
from that lady. Because you guys said it as a joke. And then...
It's your fault. You're the one who said you'd never been. And in everybody's life, I feel like you just have to go once.
Yeah.
That's what your 20s are for.
Going to the strip club.
You can't go when you're 30. Like, by then, it's like,
Maybe
okay.
not for me. I think I'll pass on that. Anyways, Rylee and I, we're not sure if Riley's staying in Toronto after graduation. I really hope she is. But if she's not, we got to make the most out of the next few months.
Okay.
Because I'm going to be very depressed if she
Yeah.
doesn't stay here. You better. So we've made a graduation bucket list. And on there is go to the hot dog man, which is the hot dog stand on campus. Rylee desperately wants to film
But
a
I'm going to
video.
go in my hot dog costume.
Yes, she is.
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
What other way would you show up?
exactly. There's
Yeah.
no other way to show up. But he
I'm
hasn't been
dressed
open.
to the nines.
He hasn't been
No,
open.
the guy's got to, like, brave the cold. Like, what is
Yeah.
wrong with him?
He's making hot dogs.
Get a parka,
There's
buddy.
Practically
Yeah,
a fire
It's-
in there.
yeah,
People
you have
want
like a
them.
stove top. It's
Yeah.
going to be warm. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Speaking of hot dogs, number 1 on the list actually is make chili cheese dogs.
Oh.
We talked about this last season.
Oh my
there
goodness.
has been like this TikTok trend, at least on my For You page, with
Not on
people
mine.
making and eating these absolutely delicious looking chili cheese dogs. And I
Sounds
have never
amazing.
had one, but they look so delectable and I'd need to eat one in my life.
Fair.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that you could easily accomplish.
Exactly.
Also, Dairy Queen, weird enough, has a really good chili cheese dog.
Oh, good to
What?
know.
I know. That's crazy.
I don't think I've ever had Dairy Queen food. Obviously, I've had a Blizzard, but I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever had their food.
I've only ever had a chili cheese dog from there. It has now become like this thing in my relationship where I tell my boyfriend I really want a chili cheese dog from Dairy Queen. He has never taken me because he thinks it's disgusting. But I'm not kidding. Like, they're actually so good. And so whether you make one or... Is there Dairy Queen in Toronto?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
I
Try
think
it.
so. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen
Try
one,
it.
but there probably is.
Give it a whirl. Let me
Maybe
know
we
how.
add that to the bucket list.
Maybe get Rye some Pepto for after that
Yeah.
because... And take her home.
Yeah.
No public bathrooms.
Yeah. No.
Just like she makes
everything
me do
won't
at
be
Taco
okay.
Bell.
Yeah, I mean... You gotta try it.
I've never been to Taco Bell.
Oh,
No.
my goodness.
That I've only been to Taco Bell with you.
Okay.
That was before
That is
Kelsey
just-
Ballerini. The first time was before
Yeah.
Kelsey Ballerini.
Did we not go before we went to Rylee Green?
But we went to Kelsey Ballerini first.
So I've taken you twice.
You've taken me
That's
twice.
very on brand. We need to take you to Taco Bell.
I need to go to Taco Bell. I want
But
to
you have to
try.
go in the States.
It's way better in the States.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of like American chains are better in the States.
yeah,
just
like
naturally.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, me too. I agree with that.
Yeah. I haven't tried it here, but
I
I
have.
wanted to this weekend.
I have. It is good here, but it
Yeah.
obviously is better in the
It's
States.
because they have all those illegal products that they put into their food that we can't have here. So
Next on the list is, well, these go hand in hand. Go back to the Leslieville Market and go back to the Two-Headed Dog.
Yes.
The Two-Headed Dog
Where is
this?
It's by the beaches. I don't think we've been that far.
Bar, restaurant.
It's
Store.
It's a dive bar.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
like everyone in there is
Okay.
like
There's
stuff
disease
going
on the table.
Yes,
Okay.
pretty much. I had a grilled cheese there.
Oh, scary.
It was probably one of the best grilled cheeses I've ever had.
Really?
It was so processed and just so.
Except it had an extra
Greasy.
layer
Got those
of
Kraft
bread.
singles?
it had an extra layer of bread, which it didn't need.
No, you should
Oh.
ask for it off next time.
Yeah,
They probably
I just
would
need
do.
the
Yeah.
like it was like a Big
Just
Mac.
a
you know?
classic
Yeah.
grilled cheese sandwich.
Actually, I forgot about this. I got a soup that day, and it took forever for me to get this soup.
My grilled cheese came so quick. Emma's soup took
All they have to do
40
is
minutes.
it was the soup of the day too. So like you think they make the soup,
They
and
would
then
just like
all they
have it
to-
in a pot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took like an hour for me to get the soup, and Riley's grilled cheese came out in like 10 minutes.
They were
And
probably
I-
never expecting anybody to order a bowl of soup from that
No,
place.
probably not.
They probably had to go to the store and find some
Yeah,
soup. They're like,
honestly.
who
We're
is
gonna
here
get this chick her
ordering
soup.
soup? Like,
Actually,
get
the
a
menu
beer.
was ginormous. The
menu
menu
was
was huge.
Oh.
Yeah.
Two-headed dog.
Two-headed dog.
Okay.
We have some iconic photos on Riley's digital cam from this.
Oh, okay.
So
show you.
good.
Yeah.
So good.
Post them in when you post this. Just include them at the end.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And the Leslieville Market is the Sunday farmers market
Yeah.
that happens every Sunday in Leslieville. Go back to Penny's. We went to Penny's, which is a restaurant that we had been wanting to go to for a long time. And,
it's
yeah.
so good and so cheap.
Yes.
Kind of food?
It's like
Sliders.
burgers.
It's
It's like,
sliders.
but it's sliders.
Tater
Okay.
tots.
Okay.
But like
oh,
they
nice.
do like $2 PBRs and stuff on happy hour,
Amazing.
Very
and
cheap.
$2 hot dogs on Fridays.
That's today.
Today's Friday.
Today is Friday.
Yeah.
Guess where we're going after this?
After Soto.
Yes, after our really nice, expensive Italian dinner, we'll go get our $2 PPRs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We also have here make friends.
I don't know how you're going to do that in the next couple months. Like, you have to play the long game. That's long gone.
Riley and I joke all the time because, especially this past year working on a documentary, Riley and I have spent all of our time together, just the two of us. Like, whether we're working on our documentary or working on our podcast or whatever, we're always together. So when it came down to when we had our wrap party for our documentary and we were trying to find people to invite other than our crew, we were kind of stumped on who we were going to
Like, oh, shit.
invite. We kind
don't
of had a
have friends.
realization that, like, we don't really have that many other friends in school.
Yeah.
Like, we have, like friends, but not, like, close like
Yeah.
we are.
Well,
Yeah.
So,
now I made friends with Haley.
Yeah, okay, that's
There
friend.
you go.
Yeah,
That's
Haley
one.
came to our wrap party,
Right.
but she wasn't
right.
a question though. I told her about it. I'm like, you're gonna come,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I didn't really give her a choice.
Well, like, all of our friends, like, I have a lot of friends, work friends, a lot of friends back in Collingwood, but I feel like just within our program, that was where we lacked.
How are we going to do this? What's the approach here?
We got to put ourselves out there. Maybe when we go to the hot dog stand
and I'm
you're
in my hot dog costume, I can be like, we want friends.
Yeah, just hold up like a sign that says
Yeah.
"Ready to make friends."
Yeah. What else?
Let me
do
know
we
how that
have on
works.
here? Meet Joe Jonas.
Okay, what is this man doing in this city?
Yes.
I've been seeing him all over the place.
Where
We're
was
filming
he
a
recently?
movie.
He went
Cherries.
to no, but he was somewhere
Oh,
recently
Hemingway's.
for
the
trivia.
They went to
Okay.
Camp
Yeah.
Rock Trivia.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I saw him out for breakfast somewhere.
Yeah, what are they
in
doing?
A TikTok?
Yeah, he was out for
did you see that
breakfast
one?
in
Yeah.
Ossington.
It looked like similar to where we had been. I didn't know if it was the same
No,
place.
it wasn't. It was the Greek place. It was a couple doors down. I took Marnie there like 2
okay.
days
Yeah,
after,
yeah.
and I'm like,
We walked
Joe
past it.
We had espresso martinis
Yeah.
there, and I'm like,
Yes.
Joe Jonas sat right there,
Oh my god.
and she's like, oh, we're basically
I
the
kind
same
of
place.
I kind of want to find him. I feel like he's somewhere around here.
Yeah.
Well, he was in my backyard.
Was he? Riley, you live in an apartment.
Yeah, but
You don't
like,
have a backyard.
the version of my backyard.
The
was
lake?
Cherry's High Dive. He was there.
I love Cherries
What was
High
that?
Dive.
What's that?
It's a restaurant
Oh, okay.
near the well.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
What else do we have on here? We have go to Rocky Point Ice Cream, which is in Vancouver.
Oh, I was gonna say that's not here.
yeah. I'm gonna go.
Well, that's
stand.
Dan's
Well, you
favorite
could do that
place.
when you.
That's what we're gonna do
Yeah.
for a premiere.
Yeah, perfect.
We are going to do a pizza tour day, a Toronto pizza tour day, where we're gonna
okay,
go
Dave
around
Portnoy.
and get pizza slices from different
Yeah.
places. We have
Nice.
Danny's Pizza Tavern, Batty Aldi's. Is that how you say it?
Batty Alley's.
Batty Alley's.
King Slice. Yeah.
There's a
I
few
have
other
a lot.
places.
I have
Yeah.
a long list. Max Pizza.
Okay.
My coworker from Toyota, he did a pizza tour.
Which coworker, Rylee?
He did a pizza tour, and
This is a story for later. This can't be on the podcast.
no, around Toronto, and so he's giving me his list because
perfect.
his cousin lives in Toronto, and he like loves pizza. So
We gotta find like I don't know if this exists, but like a breakfast pizza and a dessert pizza.
Ooh,
to end
okay.
and start
Like-
our day.
A pizza with an egg,
Yeah.
and then like a Nutella pizza.
Like
Jazz and I have
yeah.
had a pizza with an egg somewhere.
Yeah.
We gotta find one. Because if we're doing this whole thing, we gotta make it into like a brunch.
You know
Yeah.
where
brunch, lunch, dinner.
you have to go to when you're in Port Moody, so it doesn't really count for your Toronto tour. But Rewind Brewery, they have really good pizza.
Mama said's better though.
But okay, but what kind of pizza are you going for? Like a traditional, like
We're not going for. I don't think. Do you like deep dish? Because
Yeah.
Rewind's deep dish.
well,
I like
Chicago
everything.
style. So
The
the,
pierogi-
cheese
the
is
pierogi
under
Rewinds.
the sauce.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to
Interesting.
be a part of your tour, but I do think when you're there, you have to go and try
When
it.
we're
'cause
in
it's so
Vancouver,
good.
I'm literally gonna be on autopilot. Like Rylee has planned the whole trip, and it'll be.
Well,
vice
we're
versa.
doing- we're
Rylee
gonna
planning
do-
the whole trip? No, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah,
no, you don't.
No, because I don't listen.
I'm literally gonna be on autopilot. She's just gonna take us to the.
Well, we're
sites.
gonna do the Friday. We're gonna do like only Port Moody stuff.
I will say, like, I really appreciate it because you put in a lot of effort
Yes, she
to like
does.
find good spots
Yeah,
and
yeah.
do the research.
Actually, I went for Mexican last night. We went to Barro.
Oh, nice.
It was really good.
That's good
Yeah,
there.
we just shared everything. They have what I don't even know how to. I don't even. They're like tacos or something, but they're Big Mac themed. They're
Oh,
like Big
what?
Mac
Oh,
flavored empanadas. I think.
Empanadas?
Empanadas. That's what they
Yes.
are. And they're Big Mac themed.
oh, that's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, they were so good. They were so good.
Yum.
Yeah.
There's a new Mexican. What it Blanco Cucina?
Oh, Haley's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
I
we
don't
might
know
try
what
it
it's called.
tonight. But they have like a coconut chili margarita, and I'm eager
Oh.
to try it. I think it's gonna be good.
Sounds interesting.
That's where Haley was when she didn't come to Sweaty Betty's.
Oh,
Because she doesn't leave that place. She's been there like every day since it opened. It's okay.
Sweaty
I
Betty's
respect
was
it.
a vibe. It was fun.
But if
Sweaty
you
Betty's.
need nails, call Haley.
Yeah, she does a great job. Shout out Polished by Hales. If you are in the Toronto area and you want your natural nails to grow nice and long, go see Haley.
Not
She also
sponsored.
files them down really short too for you.
Yeah, because otherwise Rylee will rip her nails off.
Have
but-
you found that you're not biting your nails anymore now that you've started getting them done?
Well,
Well,
Ali did have to say, Riley, stop biting your nails.
Give or
Oh,
take
goodness.
30 minutes ago. I don't know if it's the nail necessarily, maybe the skin
was the
around
skin,
it,
yeah.
which is even
Oh,
worse.
gosh.
Like,
I love
That's
a little
gross.
nibble.
Ew.
Shut up.
Well, on that note, we are actually 10 minutes over our
Whoa.
normal episode
Like,
length
what did I
here.
say? I can't stop yapping.
We got 10 extra minutes with you. That's
Yeah,
okay.
Ali, do you have any final remarks?
Not that I can think of.
Was this everything that you had
She's
imagined it was?
speechless?
No, you don't understand. I could like probably go on for hours, but nobody needs to hear that.
Listen,
so,
me and Rylee are D1 yappers, so
Yeah.
you
like
fit in.
it just, I can't
It
stop.
was meant to be.
I feel like this has only been 15 minutes.
Yeah, me too. I feel like
I know,
been,
it has
I
actually
looked
gone by
at
really
the
fast.
Yeah.
time. We're at 36 now.
It's
Yeah.
okay. I'll just keep on yapping Riley's ear off later.
Perfect.
Lucky me.
Lucky
you.
you.
Wow.
Well, thanks so much for having me.
Thanks for coming.
I'm so glad that after 2 years of Riley's begging, I finally showed up.
Yeah, thank God.
You are so
she's
welcome.
She's on her third time in Toronto?
Yes. Canceled concert, but
Oh, yeah.
it's fine. We're
But
going to make
we're-
the most of it.
Making the most of it. You're going to Niagara tomorrow?
We might.
Mate, yeah.
Nice.
Maybe.
Nice.
Might
We're
rent a
thinking.
car,
Very
drive
nice.
there. I don't
Oh,
know.
very nice. Don't let Rylee drive.
No. We know
Hey,
better.
hey.
We know better.
Hey, I am going to be driving in Calgary.
Volvo, do not let her drive a vehicle. I'm kidding.
All
Cut
right.
that out.
We will
Hey, I was the shuttle driver at Toyota.
Were you?
Yes. I drive people all around. People have some really nice conversations.
Oh,
with
that's
Okay,
good.
I'll read the
That's good.
reviews. That's awesome.
Don't make a face like that. Hey, I only
Congratulations.
got 2 bad reviews.
Only 2.
Only two.
Only
Oh,
2.
God.
Only 2.
And those were from phone calls, not from...
Okay, so you can drive a shuttle. You just can't talk on the phone.
Yeah.
That's great that you have a podcast.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Well,
On that note, thanks for listening. Thanks for joining us, Allie.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys next week.
Wait.
Bye.
Whee!